Hi, this is Phoenix Genesis for PhoenixGenesis.com and our two YouTube channels, Phoenix Genesis and Fry Camp. And look, I got a roaring campfire going. Doesn't that look wonderful? Such a cozy little campsite. And you know, don't make a big fire, make a little fire, because big fires take forever and you gotta get big logs. And honestly, I want to make sure this thing's out when I go to sleep. It's about 10 after 8 now, and I'll go to sleep no later than 10. So I'm definitely going to make sure everything's out. And I like it because I'm so close to this creek, so I can go get water and douse it. I mean, if you guys have a campfire permit, which don't start a fire if you don't, you know, that does come with the instructions of what to do, you know, stirring and dousing and then feeling to make sure there's nothing there. So the three-pronged method to making sure your fire is out. Also, I went and I cleaned off, since the last video I showed you, I cleaned off all this area with my foot because there are sparks. You want to watch the direction of where everything's blowing, and you don't want to keep your stuff too close so nothing burns. Which brings me to another cool story. So let me sit on my little log right here. I go over here. See, once that's done, I'm done for the evening. So anyway, let me put this over here so I can tell my little story. So here we go. Let's get the fire in. Can we get the fire in the video? Me or the fire. I don't want to get too close to the fire. I don't want to catch on fire. So, well, I guess we'll skip the fire. So it was cool because way back when I started the PCT this year on April 12th, I left to sign the terminus, and then I had to go back at the flashlight because my headlamp died. So I started on Friday the 13th in April, and I had met this girl. I think it was the next day or the day after, the 14th or 15th of April, and I had found she had a little Canadian teddy bear that she's been carrying all the way. Her name's Hot Pants, but she didn't have that trail name at that time. Really nice girl. And what happened was we took turns, and we kind of handed down like an Olympic torch to teddy bears till it came back to her, and she got it back. And so I never knew what happened to her. And then today I had come here and I had met this guy, Butcher, and he said, could I do him a favor, because I was going to wash up on the creek because of the bug bites. So I said, sure, I'll stay here and wait for your brother, and he'll be there in like 15-20 minutes, and he has these American flag shorts, and tell him that you're taking the main trail through Love's Falls to Sierra City. So anyway, I'm waiting, and he comes, and what does he come down with? Hot Pants and her little Canadian Mountie teddy bear. It was awesome. So we started talking, and they hooked me up with some food. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And because I shared all my chicken McNuggets and my double doubles, and I wish I did have them. I've been kind of rationing food. What else is new? But anyway, that was really funny. And it was funny because I wouldn't have been at this spot at this time and stopped. I would have continued on had I not been bitten by the mosquitoes. And how I got bitten by the mosquitoes was by sheer stupidity, where I had gone down at my last campsite where the little log cabin was, and I went down steep decline to go get water at the creek, and I got all washed up, and I realized I left my clean clothes up at the top by my hammock and in that fort. And I said, now what do I do? So I went in my birthday suit with just my Ultimate Direction Fastpack 45 on and lugging my water, and I went up the hill, and I was like, well, I missed the summer solstice. I wasn't on the trail, so I guess I did get the tradition, even if it was for a little bit, the following month. But I went up there, and of course the mosquitoes were like, yeah, baby, yeah, look at this, naked eye girl again. Bing, bing, bite, bite. So I was bitten to heck, and then at 2:30 in the morning, the scratch-a-thon began for like 2 hours. Scratch, 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 scratch. I'd get up and I'd try to put rubbing alcohol on, and finally I just was like, I gave in to the temptation and scratched myself. So this morning I did make sure to put my DEET on liberally, not sparingly, but liberally, and hiked through the wilderness. And that's why I just was itching so much today. I took it slow, and that's how I ended up here. So you know what? This awesome campsite. I got to meet someone that I hadn't seen for a while, and she said she got her trail name Hot Pants because her pants were too close to the fire and caught on fire. And then we were laughing because I had, you know, when I had met her, I had just ripped my shorts with my hammock. So here, my hammock, you know, I would turn around and I said, look, it's the sewn shorts from back in Campo, so we got a good laugh out of that. So anyway, it's really cool. Everything's meant to be. That went southbound, and once again, Phoenix Genesis. I'm going to enjoy my little fire here before it goes out and get my nice cozy little hammock, and then maybe like read an ebook or look at some of the photos. I've taken so many amazing photos. I can't even tell you, like really taking your time. You just see the play of light, little tiny details. Also going southbound, there were a couple things I wouldn't have seen going northbound. So I kind of enjoyed this experience. If I'm, you know, flipping this year and then I'm going to go north next year, I kind of noticed like the little differences that, you know, not everything's the same just because it's the same trail. It's different in different directions, just tiny little details. Once again, Phoenix Genesis, I'll see you on the trail.